NGB is always here to help.
Thank you, NGB.
No, thank you.
What would we do without NGB?
They're always so helpful.
Thanks, NGB! Thanks, NGB.
Always here to help.
Wow, thanks, NGB.
Always happy to help. I'm no hero. I'm just doing my job.
Let's hear it for NGB, huh?
Wake up.
Hey, Jim.
We have customers to take care of. Welcome to NGB. How can we help you?
Hello everyone and welcome to MHS Sports on MHTV. I'm Jess Burton and today we're at Marblehead Veterans Middle School as the Magicians softball team takes on the Swampscott Big Blue. We'd like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. And stay tuned to the end of the game for the Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game. Magicians come into today's game 3-0, winning all three of their games in pretty dominating fashion. They opened up the season with an 11-3 win over Linfield, followed that up with a 7-1 win over Masco, and most recently a 9-3 win over Bishop Fenwick. And their dominant pitcher, Tessa Francis, NEC MVP candidate, most likely will win it, takes the mound again today. She has 32 strikeouts through the three games. 11 in the first game, 9 versus Masco, and 12 against Fenwick, and a 5-hitter. Swampscott has only played one game so far, and they lost 12-0 to Saugus. So this could be a pretty dominant win again for the Magicians as they have state championship aspirations this season. Got to start by winning the NEC, and they are off to a good start. They are 1-0 in conference, but with the 3-0 start, they're feeling pretty good about facing anybody from out of conference as well. We look at the defense behind Francis today. Let's see here. We have Nora Mahan in left field, Ashley Mortensen in center, and in right field, Lucy Rogers. Tess Andriano at third, Haley Schmidt at second, Avery Sheridan at second, and Kate Andriano at first, and Isabel Mortensen doing the catching. Francis digs in and will face Amaya Scott to lead things off. She tries to lay down a bunt, goes foul. Swampscott will bring Kate Pavey and Mia Tringle to the plate following Scott. And Francis ahead in the count 0-2. One, two, three pitch at bat, and the first strikeout for Francis here this afternoon. That brings up Pavey. She's their shortstop. Francis bounces that one in. That one touch outside. High heater. Pavey swings through it. 2-1. That's in there right above the knees to even the count at 2. This is slice foul. Pavey able to get a piece, that inside fastball. Comparatively to last year, it looks like Francis' velocity has picked up a little bit. Another foul from Pavey. Not only is she excellent in the pitching circle, but the defense behind her, one of the strongest in the conference. Strike 3 looking. Pavey able to battle off a few pitches, but loses the battle overall. Francis back-to-back Ks to start the game. We talk about the defense, specifically the left side of the infield with Tessa Andriano and Haley Schmidt. Both most likely will be conference all-stars. This is drilled through the two of them. Mahan picks it up on a roll, and Mia Tringle is on with a single. Attacking the first pitch she sees from Francis. Solid line drive into left. That brings up Maddie Lilly in the cleanup spot. She also goes after the first pitch, but she's way ahead of it and fouls it off. You know, the Magicians want to win today. A little bit extra motivation today. It is the 2-year anniversary of the passing of Todd Norman. That ball's in the dirt. The throw down is past Schmidt and past Sheridan into center field. Mortensen picks it up. That was such a sad day when Todd suddenly passed away a couple years ago. And the girls went out and played a game that day anyway and won in honor of Todd, and they've been playing for him ever since. Would like to crown this season with a state championship in his honor. Todd coached for 18 years for this program. So ball and 2 strikes on Lilly. Francis fires. It's low. Tringle on second. Francis deals, and Lilly swings at a pitch in the dirt. They'll throw down to first for strike 3. And Tess strikes out the side to begin the game. Swampscott strands Tringle at second base. It'll be Isabel Mortensen, Nora Mahan, and Tessa Francis due up for the Magicians. Bottom of the first inning, on the mound for Swampscott this afternoon is Hayden Haskell. Behind her, Grace Zalanowski at third, Kate Pavey at short, Olivia Burgess at second, Maddie Lilly at first, Sienna McDermott in left, Amaya Scott in center, and Addie Miller in right, and Mia Tringle doing the catching. Left-handed Isabel Mortensen. getting ready to step in. Isabel's off to a nice start in the leadoff spot for the Magicians this season. A couple of multi-hit games through the first 3. And looks at a ball from Haskell. Isabel gets a piece, 1-1. High and tight for ball 2. Isabel lays down a bunt. It's going to go foul. Swampscott's defense is playing back. Isabel would have been safe. She'll be swinging away here, you'd have to think. 2-2 count. High and away. Count's full. Looping towards the left field line, halfway up towards third base, and it rolls foul. That's in there, strike 3. That brings up the speedy Nora Mahan. Less of a threat to bunt than Izzy because she's right-handed and can't get up the line as fast, but see she steps almost over the plate there and takes a ball. Small strike zone for Nora. And she's always a threat to steal when she gets on. And that is caught by Lily rushing down the first base line, making the underhanded catch. 2 down in the inning. That brings up Tessa Francis. It's outside. Francis fouls that off the back of her foot. Francis had a couple RBIs in the 9-3 win over Fenwick, helping herself out while at the dish. Looks at ball 2 there. She fouls that one between her legs. Evens the count up at 2. Haskell started all 3 batters off with a ball, but a strike away from getting out of the inning. 1-2-3. Here's her pitch. It's ground ball to first base. In and out of the glove of Lily, but she picks up, steps on the bag, and the Magicians do go down in order. Francis will be back out there for the second in just a moment. Francis Francis will face 5, 6, 7 in the Swampscott order, starting with Grace Zalanowski. Fastball for a strike. Off speed. Made her look silly with that. Completely different speed of pitch when she goes to the changeup. And then comes right back and blows it by her. Man, that has some zip on it. Fourth strikeout for Francis, doing it all herself right now. Goes back to the off speed against Haskell. It's in the dirt. Stays with it and floats it by her. Haskell way out in front. Stays with the soft stuff. This one's off the plate. Now 3-1 on Haskell. Hitters count. Let's see what Tessa throws here. Fastball right down the middle. Full count. Blows it by her. Excellent job by Francis to come down from the come back from the 3-1 count. Two straight perfect pitches. Strikeout number 5. Olivia Burgess will do her best against Francis, but is already behind in the count, 0-2. That's inside. And she got her. She strikes out the side again. All swinging. And she's got 6 strikeouts, has faced 7 batters. Tessa is absolutely dealing. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Magicians in the bottom half of the second. It'll be Tess Andriano to lead things off. And then Ashley Mortensen and Lucy Rogers to follow. Magicians looking for their first hit of the game. "27 runs scored for the Magicians through their first 3 games of the season, while just allowing 7. It's called strike over the inner part of the plate. Tess has good power. That's off the plate. Lifts that one in the air. It's going to drop. Tess is on with a single. Brings up Ashley Mortensen. Like Isabel, Ashley's off to a hot start this season. Couple multi-hit games, multiple RBIs. This one's past the third baseman into left field. Magician's going to have 2 on with no outs. That'll bring up Lucy Rogers. Rogers lays down a great bunt, stays fair, and everyone's safe. Perfect bunt from Rogers. Magicians really got something brewing here. Bases loaded, no outs. Haskell able to get through the first inning. 1, 2, 3, but in big trouble now. This brings up Kate Andriano. Kate swings and misses at the first pitch she sees. Good cut, though. That's low. That one's high. All the runners take secondary leads and then get back. Tringle popped out from behind the plate. There's the 2-1 to Kate Andriano, and that's high. And now Haskell a ball away from walking in the Magicians' first run of the game. And she does exactly that. Tess Andriano trots home. Kate Andriano takes first. Mortensen moves up to third, and Rogers up to second. Now Haley Schmidt sees her first pitch go in the dirt and almost to the backstop, and that'll score another run. So Ashley Mortensen sprints home. 2-0 Magicians. Runners on second and third. This is popped out of play. Single, single, bunt single, walk, wild pitch for Haskell here in the second. Schmidt offers, but the pitch, it doesn't offer, excuse me, shows, doesn't offer. The pitch is high for a ball. Same thing, same result, 3-1 now the count on Schmidt with first base open. Haskell winds and deals, popped up towards first. Lilly under it to make the catch. And a very much needed out for Haskell and the Big Blue. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Avery Sheridan. Sheridan drills it into right field, but right at Addie Miller, who makes the play. Lucy Rogers unable to tag up on the play. 2 down. Great attack by Sheridan, jumping on that first pitch and drilling it. But unfortunately, Miller didn't have to move much out and right to make the play. So back to the top of the order with Isabel Mortensen. Struck out looking on a full count in her first at bat. Offers a bunt there. Still trying to bunt even with 2 outs. A swinging, running start, roller back to Haskell. She throws over to first. And the Magicians leave 2, but they score 2 and lead it 2-0 after 2. We'd like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. We'll be right back. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for Swampscott here in the top of the 3rd. Francis has struck out the side in both innings. Allowed 1 base runner. And Addie Miller had absolutely no chance at that fastball, way behind it. Swung when it was basically in the glove of Mortensen. That's in there too. Francis in command right now. She's got all her pitches working. See. That's on the ground. Past Andriano at 3rd. Miller catches up to it. A nice piece of hitting with 2 strikes from Addie Miller. So she's on first with Sienna McDermott at the plate. Roller to short, could be 2. And they're not going to get 2, but they get Miller at 2nd. Tough play for Sheridan. Trying to throw it down to first. The slide by Miller was right on top of her legs. Back to the top of the order, and Scott swings and misses at the first pitch. Bunt popped up. Kate Andriano races it down. Andriano quick off her spot to get down the line and catch that. 2 down in the inning. Ball and a strike on Kate Pavey. Struck out looking her first at bat. Off-speed pitch a little bit low. Runner goes, and she's safe. So McDermott at 2nd, 2-2 count, 2 outs. Francis winds, delivers, and that is drilled. Great play at 2nd by Sheridan. A couple steps to her left, catch the line drive. That would have scored a run had it got by her. She saves one there. Swampscott leaves another runner at second base We've played 2.5. It's 2-0 Magicians. Nora Mahan, Tessa Francis, and Tess Andriano due up here in the bottom of the third for the Magicians. Nora offers at the first pitch, fouls off the bunt. That one's low. Nora popped up to first base on a bunt attempt in her first at-bat. Actually, it wasn't a bunt attempt, just a little pop-up. That one's up by her eyes. 3-1 the count. And Mahan walks on 5 pitches. Second walk for Haskell. Just with 1 strikeout, Isabel Mortensen to lead off the bottom of the first. Mahan, like I said, in her first at-bat, speedy and always a threat to steal, takes off on the first pitch and swipes second. Swampscott's got to have their eye on her. She'll take third if she can. The pitch was a strike to Francis. That's outside. Francis grounded weakly to first. Back in the first. That one's that way too. Another weak grounder, but foul. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Haskell. That is drilled deep. That's got a chance, and it is gone. A 2-run home run for Tessa Francis. For nothing, Magicians. She was fouling him off softly, but squared that one up. A no-doubter. Andriano lifts it in the air. Confusion between the center and right fielder for Swampscott, and Andriano's on for the second time today. What a start to the season for Tessa Francis, both on the mound and at the plate. That is popped up by Ashley Mortensen. Playable in foul territory. The catcher calls off the third baseman who was under it, and then she can't make the play. Mortensen with an extra life. And that is up off the glove of Tringle. Andriano moves up to second easily. More trouble for Haskell and the Big Blue. No outs in the inning. 2 runs across on the home run. Mortensen with a chance to drive Andriano in with anything into the outfield. That'll do it, or should. It's going to be a tough play for the left fielder. And they hold Andriano up at third. But Ashley Mortensen sneaks up to second. So 2 on and nobody out for Lucy Rogers. Same situation she came up in last inning, but she was the 3rd batter of the inning. This time she's the 5th batter of the inning with 2 runs already across. Bunted her way on with a perfect bunt. Moved Andriano and Mortensen up to second and third. Now first base is open. Looks at a strike. A ball and a strike on Rogers. Just a little under it. Good swing. One and two. That's high. Evens the count. Haskell winds and deals. This is into center field. The center fielder comes in, then tries to backtrack. It goes over her head. 2-run score. It is 6-0 Magicians. A 2-run double for Rogers. And Amaya Scott should have been able to make that play in center field. That's why they say take a couple steps back before you come in. Brings up Kate Andriano. She walked with the bases loaded in her first at bat. Swings over that one. Swampscott got mercy ruled in their first game versus versus Saugus. 12-0. Still have not scored a run this season, now trailing the Magicians 6-0. In danger of getting mercy ruled in back-to-back games to begin the year. That's a roller to third, and it stays foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's to short. They get Andriano at first, and they throw back across the diamond to try to get Rogers. The throw is low, and Rogers slides in to third. It's the first out in the inning. Haley Schmidt, the 7th batter, to step to the plate for the Magicians here in the 3rd. Haley unable to lay down the bunt. Two strikes on Schmidt. Drop strike 3. And Rogers is out at the plate. Schmidt moves up to second. While the play at the plate was taking place, I thought maybe Schmidt fouled that off. But evidently she did not. Rarely do you end up on second base after you strike out. But that's the situation for Schmidt with 2 outs in the inning. And Avery Sheridan up to the plate. That gets by Tringle, and quickly Schmidt is up to 3rd. Now a golden opportunity for Sheridan to drive her in with 2 outs. Sheridan hit the ball hard in her first at bat into right field on a line. And Haskell having trouble with her control. Schmidt's got to be ready to run. That one's in and out of the glove of Tringle, but keeps it in front of her. Schmidt can't advance. Now 3 balls and no strikes on Sheridan. That is ball 4 low. A 4-pitch walk for Sheridan, and the Magicians have runners on the corners. Back to the top of the order with Isabel Mortensen. Izzy's 0 for 2 on the day. This would be a big spot here for her. Gets a piece of the first pitch. Haskell's pitch, ground ball back at her. Played by the second baseman, Burgess. Strong throw over to Lilly at first. The Magicians get everybody to the plate in the 3rd inning. A 2-run home run for Tessa Francis. They drive in 4 overall. They lead it 6-0 after 3. We'd like to remind you MHTV is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, so if you're enjoying this production of MHS Sports on MHTV, please consider making a donation by visiting our website, marbleheadtv.org, and clicking on the donate button.
NGB is always here to help.
Thank you, NGB.
No, thank you.
What would we do without NGB?
They're always so helpful.
Thanks, NGB. Thanks, NGB.
Always here to help.
Wow, thanks, NGB.
Always happy to help. I'm no hero. I'm just doing my job.
Let's hear it for NGB, huh?
Wake up.
Hey, Jim.
We have customers to take care of. Welcome to NGB. How can we help you?
Top of the fourth inning. Very comfortable 6-0 lead for Tessa Francis and the Magicians. Francis has just allowed 2 hits, has struck out 6. Didn't strike out a batter in the third inning after striking out the side in the first and second. Mia Tringle at the plate. She singled and stole second in the first inning. Called strike. 1-1 on the Swampscott catcher. Nasty pitch there. 1-2. Ground ball back to Tessa. Scoops it up, makes it look easy. Throws to Kate Andriano for the out. That brings up Maddie Lilly. Struck out to end the first inning. Takes ball 1. The 2-0 pitch floats in there. It's down the first base line, but foul. Count even at 2. Slice foul. Take a few branches down with it. Slow roller. Francis smothers it. Light toss over to first. 2 outs. Ball 1 to Zalanowski, who struck out to begin the top of the second. Swings and misses. Three and 1 is the count. Francis hasn't walked anybody yet today. That pushes the count full. Here's the 3-2. Ground ball right back to her. All three batters in the inning, ground back to Francis. She tosses to Andriano for the third out. Don't see that very often either. That ends the top of the fourth. Magicians are coming up. Bottom of the fourth inning. Nora Mahan will lead it off as she did in the third. Magicians batted around in the third, scored 4 runs, capped by a 2-run home run for Tessa Francis. Mahan scored on that after leading the inning off with a walk and a stolen base. Just the pitch from Haskell. That lands out in front of the plate. That's a fair ball, and Mahan is safe at first. The throw pulls Lily off the bag. I think she's going to be safe anyway. Odd-looking single there. The ball just kind of died in the dirt. Usually that has enough backspin on it for it to roll back behind the plate for a foul ball. But she's on. And Francis is back up. Haskell stays away from her with the first pitch. And Mahan steals on the first pitch again. This is drilled deep, and that's over the head of the center fielder. That's going to score Mahan. Another RBI for Francis, who stays at first. Just missed another home run. That is Addie Miller out in center field now, and she is struggling. I think they moved Amaya Scott over to right. Pinch runner at first base for Francis is Lillian Reddy. And that's a chance for her to get doubled up. She was stealing. The bunt from Andriano was popped up. And Reddy out of the base path anyway, going back. Swamp's got a little confusion on what to do. But as a double play. Unfortunate bunt attempt from Andriano. Not sure even why she was trying to bunt there. As a cleanup hitter. Especially with the control from Haskell, or lack thereof, like you saw right there. That would have moved her up to second easily. Ashley Mortensen swings and misses. Mortensen a single, a double, 2 runs scored. Having herself another nice afternoon. Here's a 2-1 from Haskell. That is in the dirt. Haskell's pitch. Grounded slowly to third, and Mortensen beats it out. Big stretch from Lily at first. They still can't get her. Infield single. Mortensen 3 for 3. Here comes Lucy Rogers. A bunt single and a double with 2 RBIs. Drove home Andriano and Mortensen last inning. Loops this one in the air, middle of the infield, and the second baseman and shortstop run into each other. Mortensen all the way to third, never stopped running with 2 outs. More poor defense from the Big Blue. And there's runners on the corners. Not sure which girl you want to give an error to on that one. But both at fault. Rogers immediately takes off. The ball is in the dirt into the backstop. Rogers going to try for third. She's in there. And she's going to go home, and she's going to score too as the ball goes into the outfield. And more poor defense from the Big Blue. 2 runs across on the passed ball. And it is 8-0 Magicians. That infield blunder really cost them. Andriano fouls next pitch off. It's a 2-1 count. That bounces in front of home plate. Haskell had some control issues all game, but now really losing it. She had a 1-2-3 inning in the first, but she did start all 3 batters off with balls. Just didn't hurt her then. Adriano gets a piece of that. And it's actually a 2-2 count. Seven batters to the plate in the second for the Magicians, 9 in the third. This is the 6th batter of the 4th inning. That's my mistake. I said 8-0 a minute ago. It's 9-0. And that is strike 3. Haskell's third strikeout of the game ends the 4th inning. We'd like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. 9-0 Magicians headed to the 5th. Francis out there for the 5th will face batters 6, 7, 8 in the Swampscott order. Hasn't struck out anybody since the 2nd inning. It was 6 outs and 6 strikeouts through the 1st and 2nd inning for Francis, while allowing 1 base runner. But she assisted on all 3 outs last inning. That's a strike. Haskell showing bunt. Magicians charging in hard. Swinging strike 3. Throw down is accurate. That's the 7th K for Francis. The 0-1 in there. Swing and strike. Burgess behind in the count. 0-2. Strike 3. Back-to-back Ks now. That is 40 strikeouts this season already for Francis. That's chopped foul. That 2-2 pitch is off the plate. Count full on Addie Miller. She gets a piece to stay alive. Off-speed pitch. Fooled her. And Francis comes back and strikes out the side. 9 strikeouts in the game. 9-0 Magicians head into the bottom of the 5th. Haley Schmidt will lead off the bottom of the 5th inning, followed by Avery Sheridan, and back to the top of the order for the Magicians. Hayden Haskell looks in, fires a ball low to the Magician shortstop. Haley struck out on a drop strike 3 in her last at bat, made it all the way to third base. And she's safe as she runs out an infield single. Another really nice stretch by Maddie Lilly, but the throws are slow getting across the diamond. So Schmidt on for the second time. First hit of the day. She was also at the plate in the second, or a wild pitch that scored 2 runs. That brings up Avery Sheridan. A 9-hitter for the Magicians. Walked her last at bat on 4 pitches. Lined out to right field in the second. Schmidt off with the pitch. And she's in there safely. Thinking about it at second, about going to third. That is thrown by, and she should go. Tag won't be applied in time. Schmidt a little slow making up her mind, waiting for Coach Gold. And told her to come on, and she did, and she gets in there. So in some odd ways, Haley Schmidt has found herself at third base twice now in back-to-back innings. Let's see if Sheridan can drive her home this time. Swing and miss. That's fouled. That lofts fair into right field, and Schmidt scores. An RBI for Sheridan. Tough from this angle to see if that was going to stay fair. Lands just off the dirt in right field. That brings up Isabel Mortensen. She's the only Magician who hasn't been on base yet today. She is 0 for 3. (10-0) Magicians. Dominating their rivals on a day dedicated to the late Todd Norman. That is inside. Sheridan looks eager to steal at first base. 2 balls and a strike on Izzy. This is a chance to drop, and the center fielder runs it down, and Sheridan is doubled up at first. It's the second time the Magicians have been doubled up at first base. Well, if there's anything from this game that Johnny Gold can say they need to improve on, it's some base running. Nice play by Kate Pavey at short, running that down. Mahan rolls it back to Haskell at first. And Swampscott gets out of the 5th inning, just allowing the 1 run. It's 10-0 after 5. I'd like to remind you MHTV is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. If you're enjoying this production of MHS Sports on MHTV, please consider making a donation to us by visiting our website, marbleheadtv.org, and clicking on the donate button. Tessa Francis will face the number 9, 1 and 2 hitters in the Swampscott order here in the top of the 6th. Has 9 strikeouts on the day. Struck out the side in the 5th, as well as the 1st and 2nd innings, and assisted on every out in the 4th. And it has a 2-run home run as well. It is all Tessa Francis today. Well, I guess not all, since they have 10 runs, but she's doing a lot of the work herself. And she is ahead in the count. 0-2 on McDermott. Reached on a fielder's choice, her only other at bat. McDermott lays off the ball in the dirt from Francis. And she gets her. Strikes out on 4 pitches. Her 10th strikeout of the day. Has now had double-digit strikeouts in 3 of the 4 games this season. And the only one she didn't have him, she had 9 in that one. But 2 away from her season high. She got a Maya Scott up at the dish, who has struck out in the 1st and popped up to first base in the 3rd inning. She starts her off with a strike. Quickly ahead in the count once again. 0-2 is in there. Strike 3. Got her looking with the off-speed stuff. Strike out number 11. Tessa lost control of that one. This is popped straight up. It's going to be playable for Kate Andriano, and she overran it. So Pavy's on. Another play that's a play that has to be made. I want to say another. They haven't made many mistakes today at all. They haven't had the opportunity to make many mistakes at all because Swampscott hasn't put that many balls in play. Well, Pavy's on first for Tringle. Singled and stole a base in the first. Grounded back to Tessa last inning. Pavy steals. Not last inning, back in the fourth. My mistake. Misspoke. Here's the 1-1 from Francis. That's a strike. Pavy on second base. Swampscott looking for their first run of the season. Have been outscored 22-0 in their 2 games so far. Mercy ruled by Saugus in their opener, 12-0. Trailing the Magicians 10-0 here this afternoon. That's on the ground. Schmidt has to avoid Pavy. And that is runner interference on Pavy. Umpire comes out from behind the plate to make the call. And that's how the inning ends for Swampscott when it looked like they were going to have runners on the corner. Potential first run of the season. Runner interference ends the top of the 6th. We'll be right back. Bottom of the 6th inning, heart of the order for the Magicians coming up. Tessa Francis, Tess Andriano, and Ashley Mortensen. Two runs will get us out of here a little early. We'll see if the Magicians can do it here in the 6th. No pitching changes for Swampscott. Haskell gonna ride it out, so it seems. Tessa thought about it. Holds up. It's a strike anyway. 1-1 the count. A home run and a single, 3 RBIs for Francis this afternoon to go along with her 11 strikeouts. Another drop, strike 3, but they throw her out. It was the 2-0 pitch. Francis takes a strike. It's going to be a tough play for the shortstop. A very long throw. Another great stretch by Lily. She's done that 3 times today. This time comes up hobbled. She says she's good. Andriano's safe. Infield single for Tess. Her 3rd single of the day. Ashley Mortensen also is 3 for 3 today. Andriano now 3 for 4, but Mortensen has 2 singles and a double and has scored 3 times. That's a slow roller to third. Mortensen's safe. Awful throw from third. No need to even throw it. Andriano's going to score all the way from first base, and Mortensen ends up on third. $11-0. And the game clinching run, and Ashley Mortensen is 60 feet from home. Lucy Rogers at the plate. That pitch just missed. I actually think this is Lillian Reddy at the plate. It was, as she strikes out, as Rogers is wearing that red helmet. So Reddy strikes out for out number 2. Kate Andriano can drive in the winning run. And Mortensen, is going to be ready to run down the line quickly if anything gets by the catcher with Haskell's control issues today. It's the 1-0. That's called strike. Looked a little inside. And that'll do it. Kate Andriano rips the winning RBI down the line. Drives in Ashley Mortensen, and a mercy rule win for the Magicians. 12-0 over Swampscott, who has now been mercy ruled in both of their games by the same score, yet to score a run. This one all Magicians all day long. Stick around in just a moment. When we return, I'll announce the Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game.
The Marblehead Sports Shop offers custom sports apparel, team uniforms, and Marblehead branded one-of-a-kind gifts, and is proud to present the MHS Sports on MHTV Player of the Game.
Welcome back to MHS Sports on MHTV. Today's Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game was an easy choice. It's Tessa Francis. Tessa on the mound, 11 strikeouts, struck out the side 3 times, also had 3 assists in the field, all in the 4th inning. And of course at the plate, A big 2-run home run in the third. Followed that up with an RBI single in the fourth inning. 2 for 4 on the day at the dish. And on a day where the team recognizes the loss of Todd Norman, they all performed well. An excellent win, 12-0 over their rivals, something Todd would have loved to see. He's in our thoughts today and all season long. But congratulations, Tessa from the Marblehead Sports Shop and MHTV. We'd like to thank the Marblehead Sports Shop for being our community partner in bringing you the Player of the Game award. And we'd like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. The final score, 12-0. For all of us here at MHTV Sports, I'm Jess Burton. Thanks for watching.
NGB is always here to help.
Thank you, NGB.
No, thank you.
What would we do without NGB?
They're always so helpful.
Thanks, NGB. Thanks, NGB.
Always here to help.
Wow, thanks, NGB.
Always happy to help. I'm no hero. I'm just doing my job.
Let's hear it for NGB, huh?
Wake up.
Hey, Jim.
We have customers to take care of. Welcome to NGB. How can we help you?